brother, pa-share naman ako.
Brother A, he asked me the question, are you happy? And I said, yes brother, I'm happy. And then follow-up question niya is, do you want to be happier? Then sabi ko, yes bro, sino bang ayaw maging mas masaya? Then sabi niya, join the brothers. So niloloko siya, hindi nga talaga. Tapos, dead ma lang ako for that year, dead ma lang ako. Those brothers which I added on Facebook invites me from time to time to their apostolates in the preschool, also in Green Hills they have an apostolate. Since BAM naman ako, punta lang ako. So ayun, that's where I started appreciating what they do. It's really because of the kids. When I get to teach them, sabi ko, this is something different. This is something beyond me, and it's just amazing to see them learning from you with the little things you give them, and it's just inspiring that you're changing their lives.
When did you feel that God is calling you to that kind of life?
There's no really defining moment. I just took it one step at a time. Okay, I'm joining them with their apostolate, okay, and then I was asked to sign up for aspirancy, so I signed. And then it just unfolds one at a time. It's in a way God brings me there. It's not me that I'm bringing myself into it. We just need to see how God leads you, and then the affirmation will come later that okay, this is God wants me to do it. I will stick to it.
What made you decide to take the religious life?
I think it's the community life and the prayer life. Once I was introduced to that deeper sense of prayer, deeper sense of relationship with God, it affirms that He really guides you and He will not let you down. There's something unexplainable that binds us together as brothers na mahirap mong makita outside of the brotherhood. You may have friends, you may have best friends, but the dynamics would really be different.
What are the blessings of religious life?
That the vows we had are the blessings, not the curse. We have vows of chastity, poverty, and obedience. Vow of chastity calls us to love inclusively, not to love exclusively. It calls us to love every people we meet, to love all the people that we encounter from whatever walks of life they are. And I think it's a blessing because it's not all people can share God's love to as many as cool, maybe. And for our poverty, I just realized that we don't need too much. In the first stages, I am having difficulty with that. For example, I want to buy this, I want new shoes. Someone gave me new shoes without asking. There's something like that na He provides it. He provides for everything. Being poor is being powerless also. And I felt that na I just woke up, I cannot stand, I cannot move. Ang sakit-sakit ng likod ko. So I was shouting so that a brother from the other room can hear me. It's one sense of poverty that I experienced na in solidarity with the other poor around na they're also powerless. And it's a blessing for me because I felt the love of my brothers. Whenever that time that I was powerless, I felt the love of God through my brothers na for my vow of obedience, it's more like a blessing of someone guiding you to the better. Some might say na susunod-sunuran ka lang, but it's not really that. The superiors you're obeying into guides you to what's better for you.
Ano yung mga challenges sa pagiging
ano nyo?
Challenges. First is family. It's the main challenge always for me because we're only two. I have one sister. I'm the only male in the family. So it's hard for my father to accept na magbo-brother ako na walang carry on ng apelido niya. And it's hard for them that because considering they are both OFWs na inisip nila pagka-graduate ko magkakasama na kami ulit. Pupunta ako doon sa kanila magtatrabaho ako doon. But it's one challenge. And I was sharing a while ago sa kabilang group na there was a time during my first year in the postulancy na every time I go home, once a month we go home. Every time I go home, I get letters na pinag-aral ka namin sa magandang school, tapos iiwan mo lang kami, hindi ka mo lang gagamitin yung pinag-aral mo, ganyan. So parang ako, it was hard for me to hear that from them. It's hard for me to accept that. Pero I just controlled myself instead na makipagtalo pa ako sa kanila. And also, my mother got diagnosed with breast cancer 2 days before I entered. So, it was really parang pang MMK yung drama dun sa brother's house na nag-iiyakan kami. And it was painful na marinig yung parents mo na with their negative comments about you entering, but I just kept it to myself and I prayed God about it, and miraculously He answered my prayer. By December, I entered May. By December, my mom got cancer free, and I don't know what happened. It was just so quick. I think it's a miracle, and that God will never leave them, even though we're not physically together. And another challenge maybe is living with an international community, because you have different cultures, you have different way of life, you have different way of how you see things. The challenge there is how you become together despite those differences. And I saw it here in the brothers that it's challenging, but we're able to do it. We're able to overcome that challenge.
Ano yung mapapayo nyo sa mga gustong maging brother or priest or not?
Well, ang mapapayo ko lang is constantly pray, constantly seek God for guidance. Ako, I did not consider it as a relationship with God before. I talk to God, Lord, malilate na ako, Lord, kain na ako, Lord, thank you sa food. Simpleng ganun lang, na-appreciate na yun ni God. Simpleng, maalala mo lang siya within the day. I think it's the start, and I think it's, if you want to be a religious, it is encouraged that you remember God in everything. You will never have nothing to thank for. And another thing is be firm. Like what I was saying a while ago, if you choose, that's it. Don't be indecisive. Panindigan mo yung choice mo and be happy with your choice. Happiness is a choice. If you want to be a brother, a religious, or whatever, it should be your choice, not anyone else's. It should be your driving force, because if someone asks you to do something you don't like, you end up ruining the whole thing. For example, kung ako pumasok na sinabihan lang ako ng nanay ko na pumasok ka dyan, like what happened to me, my course is not really my decision. It's what's my mom's decision. Though I tried to love it during that time, but I ended up failing. And I don't encourage students to do that. I encourage students and people to do what they desire, do what they love. Don't be affected. Don't be motivated by someone else if you don't really want it.
How do you deal with temptation?
With temptations in terms of girls, I just appreciate their beauty. Yeah. You won't go. You know your limits na. I know my limits na. If I was introduced to a beautiful crush ko siya physically, okay, hi, hello, ganyan. I limit myself na. I won't, hindi ko na siya i-text. I won't develop more more moves that would make her feel na I'm attracted to her or something like that.
What if brother siya yung nag-approach sa'yo?
I will tell na I'm so sorry. I'm already vowed. We can be friends.
Di ba pwede pa umalis sa bao?
Pwede pa naman.
Hindi pa nag-final.
So far. Actually, it was a challenge for me. I entered May at that time. I had a girlfriend for almost 2 years. And we broke up because I entered the Brothers. And then all the while I thought, sabi niya, it's okay. Okay lang ako, naiintindihan ko. Yung decision mo is for God naman and I know you're happy with what you're doing. After a while, makikita mo sa Facebook na nagdadrama siya. Lahat ng tweets niya ay hugot tweets. Sabi ko, parang kailangan kong kausapin ulit to. So during our vacation, hinanap ko talaga siya at nag-usap kami na, kamusta ka? Okay naman kami. It's one of the temptations for me because, ano ba, alis na ba ako? Pabalikan ko na ba siya? I hurt. Sinaktan ko siya in a way. Yun. Basically, to overcome temptations, just to know your limits, know your bounds, know yourself, and that will lead you not into temptation but deliver us from evil.
Anong purpose ng this?
Ang cool. Actually, pretty cool nga niya.
It's what we call the Raba, R-A-B-A-T. It's what distinguishes us from other. When you see this, it means it's a Lasal brother. But there's a black version, black with white on the side.
Yeah.
It's Montfort naman, Montfort Brothers. But it's designed by De La Salle to be the identity, part of the identity of the brothers. This is the Raba, this is the robe. Put them together, it's the habit. Actually, before, during the time of De La Salle, it's not as simple as it is now. We have the cape, but it was not been used for a long time now. And I really like how simple it looks. Simple pero rock.